Assemblyman, you were mentioned in one of the emails that Hynes advisor wrote, and you didn't mention it in your remarks. Do you think this was also this could also attribute to what you call is hate-mongering in the campaign of Joe Hynes against Ken Thompson?
I'm sorry?
Do you think that these emails that were sent to Joe Hynes can also be attributed to the campaign of hate-mongering?
I can't. I'm not going to address that. I don't know enough. But there's been a trend in the Hynes campaign. They are desperate. It's quite clear that Hynes is desperate and doing this. I mean, we get it. We get it. You know, this is create fear in Borough Park, in Flatbush, in Williamsburg, in Crown Heights, in other communities. We're not stupid. We know what this is all about. This is to create fear. Hundreds of thousands of people are familiar with this ad. And I resent this kind of hate. We can have our differences, but when you stoop to the level, and as I said, it's not just one line. This entire ad is meant to create fear. We don't need that. We're beyond that. We've moved way beyond where our communities have the kind of differences that maybe existed a long time ago. Things are peaceful. What does Hynes want to do? What I find remarkable, by the way, a DA, a district attorney, the man in charge of law enforcement, permits this to happen? I mean, this is not some local yokel campaign in some community where some idiot is putting out nasty stuff. This is the district attorney. Is this what he represents for Brooklyn? It's outrageous. And it's his campaign. It's not someone anonymous or some private people. All DA Hynes has to do, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. You know, saying I'm sorry goes a very long way. This is pure hate, and it's meant to accomplish something. It's not a mistake. It's not an accident. You can't misinterpret this act. It's line after line of saying to the Jewish community that the candidate that's running against Hynes, Ken Thompson, you know, make him into a boogeyman. It's to scare people. There's no reason for that. By the way, a lot of people in Borough Park, a lot of people in Flatbush voted for Ken Thompson. Are they part of that minority that want lawlessness? What is that message? I mean, this is insane. This kind of ad. This is dangerous. And we just want to make it very, very clear. I mean, everyone, I don't care where you are, you can support Hynes, not support Hynes. I think everyone should be on the same page when it comes to this ad. This crosses every line of decency, every line of what is proper. But it's worse than that. Stuff like this is dangerous because there are people, unfortunately, out there who will look at an ad like this and, you know, listen, not everybody reacts the same way. So when you see an ad like this in what we call mamaloshin, you know what that means? That means very good Yiddish. That sounds very familiar. It sounds like, okay, should we be afraid? Should we be? That's what it's meant to do, by the way. It's meant to scare people in my community. And I would just urge everyone not to be scared. Ken Thompson is a great guy. From the day that I met him and got to know him and, you know, what he was all about, we call it a mensch. The guy's a mensch, plain and simple. Let Hynes run on his record, not on bringing someone else down. That's not the way during these last few days of the campaign.